Well, here we are at the Hobart Mercury Leisure Inn, one of the first hotels I'm building for this year, and a pretty typical example of what happens when I pick a hotel, trying to minimise the cost so you get some things that work really well and then some things that are just a little bit weird. We'll start out, we've got the very straightforward and simple bathroom. We've got this shower here that's only got the curtain on it. You've got to position that well if you don't want it sticking to your backside the whole time. We've got what looks like a very dodgy plug in the sink, but I have to say it actually works quite well. What doesn't work well is the hot water in the sink. For some reason no hot water comes out, so when I want to have a shave I have to pretty much use water from the kettle, but we'll get to that in due course. Now we do have here the typical sign of a slightly discounted hotel, which is the dispensers to put out all your various bathroom products, but there's an interesting inclusion here, which is as well as the usual hand soap and then body lotion you get quite a bit, we've got shaving cream, which is something you don't see terribly often. I've tried it, it wasn't spectacular, but it certainly did the job, and it would have saved me having to bring along my own shaving cream if I'd known that was going to be there. Similarly in the shower, we've got the shower, the conditioner, the gel and so forth. So overall the bathroom, nothing spectacular, but it will do the job. Now stepping out here, we have a rather unusual inclusion. We have an actual microwave. So had I known this, I could have been planning my dinners that way. Got to say, no supermarket in sight, so that could have been a bit of a problem. We've also got the matching sink out here, which is quite useful and allows you to fill up the kettle, very important both for cups of tea and for that shaving, without having to mess around in the bathroom where it's pretty much impossible. Matching up with this slight kitchen feel, we've also got some dishwashing liquid there, which I haven't had to use because, let's face it, I've been using takeaway. I've got my luggage sitting over here on this thing. Not a lot of storage, just a standard wardrobe here and no other drawers, so that's a bit messy. But we do have a very good and presentable desk set up here where I've been working many a time. Now you'll notice here we've got the phone. This is where the alarm clock is, but it's not very good because you really can't read it. You can see some of those numbers are defective, and of course you can't see it at night. So I'm not entirely thrilled with that in terms of the bed. Now we don't have any light fitting, not unusual. I have to say the lamp that they've provided is actually really good and does light up the whole room. You don't find that very often, so that's a bit of a plus. We also have this unusual inclusion of a lounge over here. Got to say, haven't used it at all, but it's good that the option was there. Now, nothing spectacular going on in the way of the view. There's kind of Hobart out there in the middle distance. All the good view is off to the left, which is where you can see down towards Battery Point and Rest Point, but of course we don't have a view of that. But then I didn't pay for a view and I wouldn't have been able to take advantage of one if I did. So overall, despite those couple of weird things, pretty good hotel. I'm quite happy with it. Oh, there's a scary mirror shot of me. We'll try not to think about that. And yes, I suspect if I was back in Hobart, I'd probably be staying here once again.